So, let's start with, you know what, instead of going with just my matchup first, because in Fantasy Cast that's how it has it,
Right.
I'm just going to look at the schedule, which has it in whatever order I set it as. I think most of the time I'm on top because I was the one who was setting the schedule and I put my name on top, whatever.
Right.
But let me just look at that. Just give me
I can pull it up
second.
from mine too.
Here we go. Oh,
got it?
wrong league.
Wrong
I'm looking at
league.
the wrong league. Here we go. Pulling it up. Schedule. Week 1. I know that I'm going up against Kyle.
Week 1?
No, sorry.
You're going up against Taylor.
Taylor, my bad. I'm dumb. Have I mentioned that I'm stupid? So,
yeah.
But this might be a good time to represent our sponsor, which is our wives.
Yes. This is a fantastic time to say great big thank you to our wives who let us come here and do
Talk
this
about stupid stuff
instead of be with them.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
Love you.
Yeah.
So,
okay, pulling up in the schedule right now. Okay, so I'm on top of the schedule.
Yep.
So, yeah, let me pull that open here. Let me pull open. Okay, so right now I'm projected 96. Taylor is projected 98. I think that includes the home field advantage.
It does.
But we got Russell on my team: Russell Wilson, David Johnson, Michael Thomas, Brandon Cooks, Greg Olson, C.J. Anderson. Running back for Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Jaguars defense at Houston and Mason Crosby.
Which was the kicker I was going to take.
Mm-hmm. And then Cam Newton, Todd Gurley, Terrence West, Julio Jones, Larry Fitz, Rob Gronkowski, Panthers D, Justin Tucker. I'm going to start off and say I'm going to win.
I actually have Taylor winning that one.
Really? Why?
For a couple of reasons. I like the matchup of Cam Newton at San Francisco better than Russell Wilson at Green Bay.
That's true.
I like the matchup of... I think Todd Gurley, David Johnson... Johnson will probably put up more numbers, but Todd Gurley has a chance to do really well there too. Michael Thomas at Minnesota and Terrence West at Cincinnati. Bit of a wash there. Julio Jones at Chicago... I like better than Brandon Cooks playing, even though he's playing at home against Kansas City. Kansas City has a better defense than Chicago does, and it's Julio Jones. Big numbers are going to go up for him.
Maybe. I think Brandon Cooks will be better than Julio this week.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I think it could go either way. But the big tiebreaker for me there was Rob Gronkowski versus C.J. Anderson, looking at the flex position.
So you really think Rob Gronkowski is going to put up... You like Julio Jones above Brandon Cooks and you like Rob Gronkowski over C.J. Anderson? What camp are you in?
Just because it's... If Brandon Cooks were put up against any other receiver, I'll take Brandon Cooks. But just because it's Julio Jones and he's at Chicago, who don't have a very good secondary... That's the only reason I like Julio Jones better there. But if it were Gronk against Julio Jones, I'll still take Jones. But C.J. Anderson, I think that the Chargers will have a better run defense than Kansas City will have an answer for Gronk. Because Kansas City has to account for Gronk and Cooks and everyone else. No one can get double teamed. One defender per person, and Gronk can beat that. So can Cooks, but
I think Brandon Cooks ends up with 3 touchdowns tomorrow.
Ooh, that's bold.
Yeah, that's 18 points for him. I think he ends up with 3 touchdowns.
That's bold. I'm not going to take a slap bet on that one because it's the Patriots.
Gronk, I think, is going to get 1. I think they're going to get 5 touchdowns tomorrow.
It's the Patriots, so there's no way I'm going to take a slap bet against them.
Yeah. But I think Brandon Cooks gets 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 130 yards.
I wouldn't be surprised. But the other big one for me, I love Russell Wilson. That matchup against Green Bay, I love Cam Newton against San Francisco this week. I think that's sub 20 points for Wilson this week, 20 plus for Cam.
Cam's not going to be running as much with Christian McCaffrey.
No.
And most of his fantasy production has been running, including rushing touchdowns.
Right.
I don't think they're going to be having Cam Newton run it in. They're going to be playing with their new toy.
I think they will be playing with their new toy, but I also
On
think
goal line
that
thing,
Cam
so.
Newton will hook up with Kelvin Benjamin for a couple of touchdowns against San Francisco.
Yeah, but a passing touchdown does not equate to a rushing touchdown.
No, but it's still 4 points.
Still, it's
Right.
it's not the same.
It's not.
It's not.
It's 2
different
points less.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and
True.
But
I think that his touchdowns, yeah, you're losing 2 points for every rushing touchdown that he has, because turn it into a passing touchdown. But I think they score more touchdowns because Christian McCaffrey is great at catching it out of the backfield, and Kelvin Benjamin is a tree in the end zone. So they get down to the red zone. I doubt many red zone plays for them will be a straight up handoff to McCaffrey, who then runs it in.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a dink and dunk pass.
so you think in more goal to go situations,
Exactly.
it's gonna be passed in.
It's going to be right. He's gonna get that pass in, so he's not going to straight up lose 6 points. He's just going to lose 2 points. He's not going to run it in himself. He's just going to lose 2 points because he passed it off to someone else. Still gets the 4 points. But if they score 5 touchdowns in a game, that's 20 points on touchdowns.
I don't think they're gonna put up 5 against San Francisco in week 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if they get 4, which is 16.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't even think they get 4. I think
Really?
they're gonna end up with 3 touchdowns.
3.
And that's not. And 2 of those are gonna go to McCaffrey, in my opinion.
Right. But
So,
I would agree
Yeah.
with that, but I still say it's a dink and dunk touchdown, not hand it to McCaffrey, he runs up the middle.
I still think the Panthers win because they would suck less than the Niners.
Right, they will suck less than the
Suck
Niners.
less. Not totally run them over. They're just going to
Right.
suck less.
I just like that matchup of Cam Newton versus a terrible Niners secondary.
Man, what a I mean, the beginning of last year, Cam Newton was going QB1.
Yep.
And now we're like, yeah, he's going to suck less than the Niners.
Yep.
Because they finished 6-10
Yep.
last year. Okay, well, we have our opinions on that one.
So there is that one. But that one, I do have to say the matchup between you and Taylor was the hardest one for me to pick a winner from. I feel like looking at the two of you, you have the most even matchup of any of us this week.
Even projected, it's actually dead even.
Right.
So
Exactly. So that one was the hardest one. It really came down to Cam Newton.
Now here's the kicker one. Brad and Jordan. Brad's projected 93, Jordan's projected 71, but that may have something to do with
Right.
Calvin Johnson.
He will switch out.
I'm thinking probably Jordan Reed,
Probably.
maybe Sammy Watkins.
Right.
Wait, Jordan Reed's a tight end. He could switch things around. Yeah. Move
Yeah,
Dougie
because
up
he
to
just
the wide
moves Dougie
receiver.
up.
Yeah. I would play Jordan Reed, to be honest.
Right.
Sammy Watkins, I'm not sure how they'll utilize him in LA.
I don't know. Bilal Powell could do something. End of sentence.
Yep. But even then,
Because then you
with
can just
this-
push Jordy down, move Calvin out, and put Bilal Powell in. So who do you like?
I like Brad.
Brad?
Phillip Rivers is at Denver. Isaiah Crowell's going against Pittsburgh. They're not going to do much. Jordy Nelson is up against the Seahawks. I mean, I think he's going to get 8.3 points.
Yeah.
Maybe a small touchdown. I don't know. But really just 83 yards. I don't think he's going to get a touchdown. If Green Bay's going to beat the Seahawks, it's going to be on the ground, but even then, that's hard.
Yeah.
Even
The Seahawks have a fantastic defense.
they have a wonderful defense.
Once again, we'll be relying on our defense to win us games.
Was Seattle the first defense off the board? Like
Yeah,
round
Bobby
4?
took him in round
Yeah.
6.
Whatever.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
8 of the 11 starters are Pro Bowlers
Yep.
of the Seahawks. So
I like Brad against Jordan. DeMarco Murray against Oakland. The Titans against Oakland. I said it earlier. I think Oakland wins that one on defense, but the Titans are. Both teams are going to try and play time control offense.
I can see DeMarco ending up with 12 points.
Yeah,
60
exactly.
yards and a touchdown.
Exactly. I like if OBJ is healthy. I like him against a weak Dallas secondary.
I can see him with about 13-ish.
Exactly. I like. It's really those two that make it for me.
Mhm.
Derek Carr at Tennessee, I like better than Phillip Rivers at
Oh, for sure.
at Denver.
In the no-fly zone
So
there, yeah.
yeah, so I give edge to Brad. This one was fairly easy to go with, especially if Jordan doesn't look at his roster and doesn't switch out Calvin Johnson.
Which I sure hope he does.
I really hope he does.
Well, if...
So.
Yep. Love you, Jordan, but...
Yep.
Yep.
Bobby Bischoff.
Oh, okay. Bobby...
Wait, nope. If we're going straight up, that
yeah,
puts
let's
it
go.
at me
Let's go,
next.
Sean Andrew. Let's go, Sean Andrew.
Puts me and Andrew next.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear yours first,
So,
and then I'll give you mine.
Sean projected 95. Andrew at 84. We got. I'm just going to go down the positions
Go
like
for
we've
it.
been doing. QB, Drew Brees, Kirk Cousins. I like Kirk a bit more on Andrew here.
I would agree with that.
Mhm.
Kirk, just because of the matchup.
Yeah.
As far as pure talent, I took Drew Brees in round 4 for a reason.
Mhm.
But Minnesota does have. I do think they have a decent secondary.
Yeah.
I don't think Drew Brees will put up normal Drew Brees numbers, but I think he'll still give me QB1 numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree, edge Kirk.
Yeah. Zeke, Melvin Gordon, Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke.
He's going to take out some of his frustrations on those poor Giants there. He's
Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. And Melvin Gordon's playing at Denver, so you got to factor that in. Marshawn Lynch, Leonard Fournette. I gotta go Lynch.
I like Lynch. Tennessee, I think, has the weaker defense between the two of them.
Mhm.
Between Tennessee and Houston, Tennessee's the weaker defense. I would be okay if someone looked at that and called it a wash.
Mhm.
Lynch, Fournette, but personally, I'll give edge Lynch.
AB and Eric Decker.
Antonio Brown against Cleveland.
Cleveland. Give it to me all day, every day.
All day.
20 points.
All day.
End of sentence. Martavis Bryant against Chris Hogan.
Martavis Bryant also playing against the Browns.
And he did just get reinstated and everything.
He's coming in with a vengeance.
Chris Hogan's like a wide receiver 3. Yeah, give it in. Whereas he's a wide receiver 2. Yeah, give me Martavis Bryant there.
And the Steelers let Sammy Coates go, even though he was so fast and so good for a reason. It's because they got Martavis Bryant back. And as good as Sammy Coates was for that deep ball, that deep threat, that touchdown vulture, Martavis Bryant is better.
Yeah. Frank Gore, Christian McCaffrey. Give me Christian McCaffrey.
I'll proudly give the edge to Christian McCaffrey against San Francisco. San Francisco, second worst last year against the run. Can't remember who the worst was. But I do remember that San Francisco was the second worst.
Terrific. I can't remember who the worst maybe.
Can't remember who it was.
Browns maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. Bills and Patriots. I'm going to take the Bills on this one.
Matchup. It's all about
Matchup. I think the Jets only put up like 6 or 7 points. The Patriots, I think Casey's going to put up 14, 17 points.
I think
so.
Yeah, I think that the Bills will hold the Jets.
And then there's Blair Walsh versus Youngie Koo.
I'm okay with calling that one a wash. It's kickers. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Unless it's Justin Tucker, who's just accurate as heck.
Right.
So.
He missed one. So.
I'll take Sean.
Not being biased for each of these matchups.
I'll be biased.
I gave a quick reason.
Not in this matchup, but in my matchup, I'll be biased. Yeah.
Not to be biased. Me.
Yeah.
I'll probably say me every week unless I just have a terrible matchup. But my reasoning for this one.
Streaming half my lineup and.
Yeah. My reason for this one: Zeke plus 2 players who are playing the Browns. Give me that every day.
Yep. I think that's 60
just
points
those
right there.
3 players will beat.
I can see Zeke putting up 28.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of rushing, and yeah.
Yep.
Des Bryant's not going to do much.
No.
I have zero confidence in Des Bryant anymore, ever. Not that I ever did, but...
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. But there you go.
all right.
Who's next?
Bobby and Bischoff. 97 for Bobby, 90 for Bischoff. Let's go pick by pick. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Give me Tom Brady because of the matchup.
Because of the matchup.
A-Rod's got Seattle, the LOB to go up against here.
They both... neither of them... One of them Aaron Rodgers makes my hate list. Tom Brady doesn't make my love list, but he doesn't make my hate list. Bad matchups on both of them, but I'll take Tom Brady.
Yep. Le'Veon Bell, Devontae Freeman. Le'Veon Bell at Cleveland.
At Cleveland.
That's
End of story.
End of story.
Move on.
Carlos Hyde, Des Bryant. Des Bryant in this one.
I'll take Des Bryant.
Carolina's still got an okay defense. So they'll be able to stop Hyde, who hasn't done anything lately. Des Bryant's going up against the Giants. I think he just barely edges him out. It'll just be who sucks less.
Yep, I can call that one a wash.
Yeah. Amari Cooper, AJ Green. Give me AJ. I think that's what they do. I mean, I do have the Ravens winning, but only just. I think that's just going to come down to 1 or 2 point game.
Yep.
But AJ.
I'll take Green over Cooper.
It just barely though.
Yeah, just barely.
Crabtree against Terrell Pryor. Give me Terrell Pryor, to be honest. I think he makes a big splash week 1. I don't know if we'll see much of him for the rest of the year.
That's another one that I'm okay calling a wash. I think Crabtree will might vulture a touchdown.
He's good at that.
With Cooper, Crabtree, and Lynch on the field, Tennessee's not going to be able to double up on any of them. Mm-hmm. And so Derek Carr will just be able to find the matchup that he likes. And with Bobby having both Cooper and Crabtree, that gives a bit of an edge to both of them.
Yeah. Man, he does have both of those on there.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. Amir Abdullah and Ty Montgomery. Give me Ty Montgomery, even though it's against the Seahawks. I don't think Amir Abdullah is going to do much, especially against
I don't think either of them will do much. I just think Ty Montgomery will suck less.
Yeah, maybe.
Betwixt the two of them.
I think Ty Montgomery's a good RB2. I mean,
I think so.
I think he's better than the flex position he's in right now.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Yeah, but against the Seahawks, it does bring him down a couple pegs, but definitely above Amir Abdullah.
Right. Neither of these guys have a defense that I like for this week.
This week, I think the Seahawks allow less points than the Chiefs.
I'd agree.
Like I said, I think New England's putting up 5 touchdowns.
I'll agree to that.
So, which would, I think, basically put them in the negatives. So.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard, but ESPN, they're doing something different with defenses. If there is a pick 6, it doesn't count against your defense.
Oh, really?
In points allowed. Yeah. So Blake Bortles gets out there, throws it to whoever gets picked off. They return it for a touchdown. That does not count.
The pick 6 does not count against the Jaguars' defense.
Against the Jaguars' defense, because the defense isn't on the field. The defense special teams.
That
the
sounds
point
fair.
after does.
That sounds fair.
But yeah, they changed that.
The defense who created the pick 6 gets the 6 points, but it's not a minus. It's not negative points to the other team.
Yeah. Sometime I need to go in and make sure that is in our settings. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think so.
But yeah, they made that. So if there's a pick 6, which is possible, Seahawks at Green Bay, it doesn't count against the.
It will not count against Green Bay defense.
But it does count for your defense.
Right.
Because they scored the points.
Right.
There.
The Seahawks will get the 6, but it does not count as negative points to Green Bay defense.
Yes.
I like that.
Anyway,
I like it.
So, and then Matt Bryant, Guskowski, give me Guskowski.
Really?
Because he's going to have 5 touchdowns to kick points after 4.
Yeah, but the Falcons are going against Chicago.
And they are pretty high scoring. Okay, give me a wash.
I'll go wash there. I think that one will come down to which kicker ends up having to kick more field goals. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if both teams get 5 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Which team's going to get more field goals?
In this one, though, upset alert, give me Bischoff.
I
dropped my cap.
I will stick with Bobby for one reason. Bell versus Browns, the end, period.
Tom Brady. But then again, Tom Brady, when he scores more, his Chiefs scored less. So that's possible there. But yeah,
Bischoff has his quarterback facing off against his defense.
Do you think Le'Veon Bell's going to be the number 1 player overall this year? I mean, this week?
This week? If he's not, I think it's going to be between him and Zeke.
Yeah.
I think it'll either be Bell or Zeke. Bell is playing against Cleveland. Zeke is pissed off.
Yeah.
So
Give me Bischoff still. I'm sticking to
Bischoff?
it. I could see Le'Veon Bell scoring 30 plus, but still give me Bischoff. I think that Carlos Hyde.
If an upset's gonna happen, I think it's this one, but I don't think this one will be an upset.
We'll just see.
There's my very political response.
I love Monday nights, guys, because I get to see everything come together.
Because you're just like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, Monday night. I may do my emails on Monday nights then.
Do Monday night after the games.
Yeah, at least draft it up. At least get the statistics done, so I can get it done really early on Tuesdays.
Right. So you can type it up on Tuesdays.
And then I'll have probably a bit more to talk about.
Right.
Here.
Right.
Now we go to CP versus Kyle. 91 for CP, 80 for Kyle. Matt Ryan, Marcus Mariota. Matt Ryan, I think he's got the opportunity there.
Yeah, Chicago versus Oakland. I like Oakland's defense better. Thus, I like Matt Ryan better.
Jordan Howard, Dalvin Cook. I am going to go Dalvin Cook, to be honest.
I'll
Jordan
agree with
Howard
that.
got picked 10, but
I think Jordan Howard will get a lot of points. I think Dalvin Cook will get more. The New Orleans again. I like the Atlanta defense better than I like New Orleans. Give me the guy who's going against the worst defense.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
The next one's a very easy pick for me.
LaShawn McCoy, Jeremy Maclin. LaShawn McCoy, yeah, give me LaShawn McCoy against the Jets for sure.
I'll take that all day.
T.Y. Hilton, Alshon Jeffrey. Give me Alshon Jeffrey over T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton
Specifically because no Andrew Luck.
T.Y. Hilton ran out of luck.
Exactly.
So
no luck there.
No luck there. Alshon Jeffrey's got Carson Wentz, who I think is going to bounce back against the Washington defense, which is okay, but I think they'll do that.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders, Kelvin Benjamin. Give me Benjamin.
Yeah. Give me Benjamin. I think I wouldn't be surprised
like
if
you said, he's staying in the offense. He'll probably end with 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Stay in the end zone.
I mean, he just stands there and he's huge.
Tevin Coleman, Jimmy Graham, give me Jimmy.
Yep, I'll take Jimmy Graham.
For that same reason for Kelvin Benjamin.
Yep.
It's because Jimmy is...
And every year that Jimmy Graham has been in Seattle, he's been used more every year. Mm-hmm. Every year he gets better. Even though it's a tough matchup against Green Bay, and I like the Tevin Coleman matchup against Chicago, I think Tevin Coleman regresses from where he was last year. I think they lean more heavily on Devontae Freeman. They paid Devontae Freeman for a reason. Mm-hmm. He's now the second highest paid back. Le'Veon Bell's franchise tag does make him the highest paid back in the league. Uh-huh. So Devontae Freeman is the second highest paid back, but I think they're giving him money for a reason. They're going to give him the ball.
Bold prediction. Broncos will get 2 defensive touchdowns. 2 defensive
against
special teams touchdowns against the Chargers. Not sure how it's going to happen. 2 pick sixes.
2
I
pick
mean, well, like
2 kickoff returns for touchdowns.
Kickoff returns, punt returns, something. However they do it, I'm calling bold prediction 2 defensive touchdowns, which would launch them way over the top here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. I definitely like the Broncos over the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So,
especially,
I like that prediction.
I think the Vikings are going to allow 300 plus yards.
Yeah.
So
I think if any defense this week has a chance to get multiple defensive touchdowns, it's the Broncos.
Yep.
With any of these matchups,
Philip Rivers is going to be passing it a ton.
Yep.
And so it gives all that opportunity for the no-fly zone to do what they do best. So we're back again. Production problems again.
We're still figuring things out.
Yeah, and so now Adam Vinatieri, Matt Prater. Anyway, but give me a Vinatieri.
Bit of a wash, but if you make me pick one, I'll take Vinatieri.
You pick this one first.
Give me Christian.
Christian, me too. I'm gonna take it.
Give me Christian. 2 of Kyle's starters were postponed, so he had to plug in guys that were not his original picks, which always throws you off. Plus, Christian has McCoy versus the Jets D. But in this matchup, not including quarterbacks, I think LaShawn McCoy has the chance to have the most points out of anyone on both rosters.
Yeah.
Even including the quarterbacks. Matt Ryan though could have a 400-yard game against Chicago.
I think for week 1, that's stretching it.
It's a stretch, but stranger things happen in week 1.
Yeah.
Week 1 is the week of strange things. So,
speaking of stranger things, the Iowa Demogorgons, I don't hate Mariota. I think he was in the top 5 last year.
Yeah,
he was a top. I think he was QB 5.
I like
last year. So.
I like Marcus Mariota as a quarterback.
You didn't get that reference, did you? Speaking of stranger things, the Demogorgons. That's all right. You need to watch.
I'm assuming it's from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I highly recommend you watching it. It's good.
Good one.
We binged it in one night.
Nice.
So that's that.
So there we go. We will see. As far as matchups in our league, we only disagreed twice.
Yeah.
You took yourself over Taylor. You took Bischoff over Bobby. We'll see how it pans out.
You think Taylor's going to beat me?
I think so.
He's done it in the past in the early season.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The only reason Cam's going to dink and dunk all over the Niners, and when he sees it open, he can throw the long pass. I would not be surprised if this week was Cam's best game of the season.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
So that is the biggest that is the biggest one there.
All right. Well,
so that is it for this week. We'll see you next week. We'll see who won all this.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what I love is that we come back
Yep.
and take a look at it, but
and
gotta get packing up.
Things
I've
are
got
gonna
a
be
meeting
crazy
to go to, and yep. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.